Navy at 11 o'clock. Joe Andrews reports.
The ITC took their decision in under 2 hours at a meeting in London this morning, contrasting with the months of heated debate over whether the news at 10 and the early evening news should be replaced, as the ITV companies have asked. It was a majority decision, but the ITC decided that overall the merits of the plan outweighed the disadvantages, and that the proposal did not represent a fundamental change in the availability of quality news.
In a multi-channel age, direct intervention by a regulator to dictate the precise scheduling of a programme, even an institution such as News at 10, looks increasingly inappropriate. Our role is to ensure that the public service elements of the ITV schedule as a whole are met, and this we will do.
If anything, this makes us more competitive with the BBC. I mean, the early evening, it seems to be the time of day when most people choose to watch most news. So this, by taking our main bulletin into 6:30, this takes us right into the fray.
It means an end to both the 5:40 and the news at 10. The news at 10 has been on the air for over 30 years and has become one of the country's best-loved bulletins. Tonight, ITN Chief Executive gave his reaction.
We're very glad that it's been resolved. It has been hanging over everyone for a very long time, so we now know the decision, the debate is over to that extent.
However, the move appears to go against the wishes of many viewers. A poll commissioned by the ITC suggests that 48% oppose the move, while 31% agree with it.
I'm very sad about it. It means that news is being marginalised. Whatever they say, it's being marginalised. Nothing matters but money, nothing matters but ratings.
But the ITC says that if the new times don't work out, then it will review the position in a year. Joe Andrews, ITN.
Within the last hour, it's been revealed that Prince Charles has demanded an apology from the Daily Mirror over a front-page story today about an accident involving Prince Harry. The Prince said the story had sensationalised a minor sports injury and was trivial and intrusive. Ben McCarthy reports.
This latest story about Prince Harry is the third time the 14-year-old has made headlines in the Mirror since he started at Eton, and for his father, Prince Charles, it's the last straw. This morning, the paper published a letter from St James's Palace confirming the young prince had had an accident at school, but it cut out the details of what had happened because it said the palace was trying to impose a news blackout. But this evening, Charles's office wrote to the editor of the Mirror saying the story was trivial, intrusive, not in the public interest. And it went on, each of the stories you've run about Prince Harry concerned events which happened to many children. Yet you sensationalise them to an extent which makes it very difficult for Prince Harry to have a normal life at his school. This breaches the spirit and substance of the undertaking made by all the country's newspapers to allow the princes the privacy they need in which to grow up. The letter was made public by Prince Charles tonight, and he's expressed the hope that the newspaper will now make a public apology to his son. Ben McCarthy, ITN.
The Royal Navy has released remarkable pictures of the launch of Britain's first armed cruise missile. The Tomahawk, with a live warhead, was test-fired from a submarine in the Pacific Ocean and found its target with amazing pinpoint accuracy. Our defence correspondent Kevin Dunn reports.
Launched from a Royal Navy submarine beneath the Pacific, Britain's first armed Tomahawk cruise missile. Fitted with a 1,000-pound warhead, the missile was fired at a target on an island off the Californian coast. For every mile of its 500-mile flight, it was shadowed by American warplanes. The planes acting as sentries, capable of taking control of the missile should anything go wrong. Nothing did, and the missile reached San Clemente Island, where it dropped under satellite guidance to hug the contours of the land. Zeroing in on its target, a mock-up communication center. The impact captured on 3 different cameras. Fired from 500 miles, it devastated a target 100 yards square. Britain is only the second country after the United States to have cruise missiles, which significantly enhance the Navy's strike capability.
You all saw the success of that shot. It really brings home to the fact that the decision for us to go for Tomahawk in these rather difficult times we have on the international scene was a very sensible one, and we have here a weapon system which can be truly effective.
The Navy has ordered 65 cruise missiles, which will be carried by all 12 of its hunter-killer submarines. Kevin Dunn, ITN.
The government is planning new measures against football hooligans.